that exactly what you want? Yes, you can pick him up while he's using the culling and shoot it out of your belly, but that's not necessarily the type of lane that you want to pair
For his Camille cooldown, you can see 3 seconds on hookshot.
Yeah, Rascal going to get slowed down here, gets bonked back towards OnFleek, who doesn't quite have that hookshot available just yet. Redemption going to come in from Neon, but he's still going to go down most likely. Hookshot's going to be there, the flash, and OnFleek nails the gank topside for first blood.
That was actually pretty next level when it comes to
himself, and now there is no flash. No flash on OnFleek either, but Rascal will lose a lot of his health bar here. Doesn't have the ability to be that choo-choo train, and they are going to finish this one off. Summit not even going to get knocked up, so he'll keep most of his health bar.
We're just learning about damage that play is death.
Yes. Well, he's going to win out of this trade here as well, as Ghost goes down very, very low. Kaz going to be able to take the Cloud Drake. There's Drake number one as he's going to eat some honey fruit, but OnFleek wants to find this hook shot. Nails the stun there, but Neon gets the trouble bubble through the wall. Kaz very, very low, and OnFleek finds himself on the wrong side of the rift. He'll be taken down. Deft grabs that kill, but it's a trade immediately as Kaz falls. Joker can be upon with this air of sadness when play isn't necessarily going his way here in the LCK.
Nice little trade here from Deft. He gets to press the attack procs. A lot of damage onto Ghost. Kaz looking
for it.
There's
the flash. Gets the leap strike. Doesn't get the W. A hook lands. It's a beautiful one. And Kaz, he avoids the whirling death, but it's not going to avoid the death of himself as the Kha'Zix is going to be taken down. Yes, and they move towards this turret. They will be able to take that one down. Can they continue as it's only... Cannon Minion will go down, and as we tick over to 20 minutes, we've got an engaged. Neon gets flashed on by OnFleek, does have himself the stopwatch available though, and Joker saves his life. Whirling Death picks up so much damage, and OnFleek gets another hookshot, gets in on top of Deft. The red buff going to tick down, but not enough to take out the Lucian. Now Tucson eats himself the grey health to keep him alive as OnFleek is engaging absolutely everywhere. Eventually gets taken down by a stray paddle star, I believe maybe even a trouble bubble as Neon gets one on the back end. And Ghost, he backs away, he takes out a Mountain Drake, and it feels like Sandbox, their jungler is 5 people at once.
And he's the one that's separating the two teams because they trade up in terms of kills while Ghost just pops down and says, well, screw this, I'm taking a Drake. He'll slowly pick up the Mountain Drake on the back end, and once again, when it's the clutch, Sandbox.
Ruby Crystal on the way. As our Ghost takes down the last remaining outer turret.
It can be a one-man front line, and Neon is pretty exposed.
Yeah, Dove going to be the goalkeeper here. Does get all of his damage down. Tucson has to use that Devour, means Def now has to be a little bit more careful. We've got this fight erupting on multiple fronts as now Ghost with the full shield is going to be there, and Kaz, the Whirling Death, going to be blocked by Rascal. So it comes back a little bit prematurely, and Kingzone will limp away from this one. Neon is so extraordinarily low, but can be very, very tricky to pin down in these team fights. Hero's entrance not going to get anyone knocked up as Kingzone. They're just getting lower and lower. Finally, the accelerated shock blast gets it, and Summit jumps his way forward with his hammer out. So much damage from Sandbox as they just clean up the low health members of Kingzone. This will be the ace, and a triple kill coming in for Summit.
It's close to a clean ace and Baron as well for the side of Sandbox. 5 for 1, and they turn onto the Baron. The firing squad was there. The firing squad was Sandbox, and Kingzone had nowhere to run.
They were literally backs against the wall, and Kingzone just had to stand there and watch as they fell down. The Jace poke, oh so
Galio better to Showmaker. He still managed to make Galio look impressive. He threaded the needle, and actually his skill order was relevant, not just leading with taunt. So really nice stuff coming through from Dove, and now all the good news can be piled up, and all the early game sins from both sides can be tabulated. Seems like Kingzone DragonX needs to spend more.
These turrets, Sandbox Gaming, so many different options. Not very many wrong decisions to make here as, Kingzone going for one last-ditch effort, and Ghost still hasn't fallen down yet. Hero's entrance just to zone everyone away as Kaz gets hit by the Whirling Death, but does survive for the moment. First kill will be over to OnFleek as Kingzone start this one up. It's a really good knock-up onto Dove, who wants to get himself the taunt. Justice Punch comes in, finds a double instantly onto Deft and Neon. How did that even happen? I thought he was caught, but who caught who is now Joker wants to get the play onto Rascal, who doesn't have many options. He picks up 1 kill. Now will find himself the Blast Cone, but is taken down by Ghost. Summit will be here as well, as Ghost not going to get taken down by this zombie. Most likely as Summit almost allows that one to happen, but slows down the zombie sire.
In every single way, that was the epitome of you spoke too fast, a team fight. A lot happening on both sides. I was focused on the go in against the two-man taunt into killing both carries. Can you do any more as a damn Galio?
It's just disgusting amounts of damage.
Speaking of,
yeah, OnFleek looks for it again. The double kill! Probably going to come in. No, it's not. OnFleek deserved that one, though. The kill into hookshot looked glorious from this guy's Camille. These new players come in and they make Camille look like a completely different champion here in the LCK.
I think that might just be GG. Look at the death timers here. We're pushing up. Death's out of position, and Sandbox won't end the game.
Yep. Naeon, not a lot he can do either. The culling is going to come forward, but the turrets are falling down. OnFleek will die, but it will be a trade for the Scion there as well.
Scion dying is not so bad because you can kill the minion wave. Next minion wave is a while away. Can they finish on this push?
Not entirely sure. The Baron buff has, of course, worn off. Sandbox still with 4 members, still pushing up towards this last remaining Nexus turret. Remember, they've got a lot of damage with the Jace available at the same time. Tucson jumps forward. He's just going to explode before the Grey Health can even be used as Kuz wants to get an extra kill. Hero's entrance is going to reposition the Galios. Now Kuz, does he have enough? No, he does.
Oh, Sandbox.
Able to take him down, and Sandbox, have they bitten off more than they can chew? Guardian Angel now down as Ghost goes into the stopwatch. Def trying to do more. The empowered shock blast is there, and Summit will finish off the Nexus. It was messy, but it was finished.
Unconventional, but successful on the side of Sandbox in 2 different ways over 2 different series. 4-0 is still a surprising spot to find Sandbox at the end of their first week of LCK play ever. And 0-4 is the new norm for Kingzone DragonX. They have a lot to work on coming into week 2 of LCK Spring.
And it's just not the result that you'd expect coming into the LCK, but one we're getting used to now. Dumb1 Gaming also 4-0, Sandbox joining them from Challengers Korea, and also now on 4-0. And I feel like celebrating the rookies, celebrating the new players has become the new thing. And I think it's